This is the Datavideo PTZ View Assist App. You can control up to 4 Datavideo cameras and see a live feed on the app. Currently, only Datavideo cameras with a built-in streaming encoder are supported, like the Datavideo PTC-140 and PTC-280. More cameras will be supported in the future. Check the link in the description below for a list of supported cameras. If you have one of these cameras and a tablet, you can download the app and get started right now. Now, step 1 is to make sure your camera is connected to your Wi-Fi LAN network. If this is the first time you're using your Datavideo camera, it may have a static IP and not work with your network because it's in a different IP range. Take a look in the description below of this video and click the link for your camera so you can set up a dynamic IP address with your camera or a static IP in the range of your router. Then come back here. Now, once you have your camera or cameras all set up, turn them off. And step 2 is to connect all of your cameras to your network router using an Ethernet cable and plug it into the DVI-P or LAN port, depending on the camera you're using. Make sure your tablet is connected to the Wi-Fi on the same network. Make sure your router is on, then plug in your cameras to turn them on. Step 3 is to download the Ptz View Assist app on the Google Play Store or App Store. So we have a Datavideo PTC-140, a Datavideo PTC-280, which is connected to a TLM700 monitor as a reference so we can see the live image as we control it on the app. And then finally we have our Android tablet here that is connected to our Wi-Fi router. I just downloaded the Ptz View Assist app and installed it on here for the first time. Now I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Now, if all the networking went correctly, we should automatically connect to both cameras. If not, it's really easy to scan the network and connect to the cameras manually. All right. Camera A looks like it's the Datavideo PTC-280. Panning left and panning right. It's almost instantaneous with the HDMI output. All right, now camera B should be the PTC-140. There it is. I can pan up and down. And it's connected. Now, if you don't have an automatic connection like this, simply go to Menu, press Auto, and then Scan. This will automatically scan your network for any cameras on it and connect them to the Datavideo PTZ View Assist app. You can also do it manually if you have a static IP address for your cameras. Go ahead and hit OK, and we're back on the app. And now I've switched to the front of the camera to give a live demonstration of the white balance, focus, iris, and show you some of the zoom and joystick functions of the camera, and then we're going to do some camera presets. So first we have white balance. Auto is chosen right now, but we can do one push white balance to set the white balance for the camera. So to do that, I have a sheet of white paper, and we could use this as an example of how to do one push white balance. You can use an official white balance card, but in a lot of cases, a piece of paper is going to work just fine. We zoom into the white part of the paper, and then we press one push. And on the 280, it has this calculate please wait that pops up. So let's let it calculate and wait. All right, and then we can go ahead and zoom out. And we did one push white balance. This looks a little too warm, so I think that auto had it correct. In a lot of cases, you're gonna see that auto, in fact, works fine. Next is gain to the right of manual for white balance. Now, you can also do manual white balance, but there's a lot going on there. Manual white balance has a gain function here, so we can add red into the white balance, and we can add some blue manually in. Oh, looks like, here we go. So you can manually dial in your white balance if you're trying to paint cameras and match things up and get really technical about it. However, as we just saw, auto is working really, really well. And this is actually accurate to my behind the scenes camera. Next, let's go to focus. So we can have autofocus on. So if I put my hand in front of the lens, it might lock onto it, might not. There we go, locked onto my hand. Now we can also do manual focus. We can focus rack back and forth. Again, auto does the trick. Next is iris. So we can have manual, and we can iris down and iris up. Now in this case, I think that if we iris down a bit, that's actually a little better than we had for auto. So for iris, I highly recommend you go into manual mode and really dial it in. If you have lighting that's changing, like you have LEDs in the background, creating some color accents, if you have moving talents, if you're looking at different parts of your set, the auto exposure might change. So just keep the iris at manual. Next we have zoom. The slider can control how slow and fast your zooms are. So if we go to all the way slow, that is a slow zoom. If we go all the way up for fast, now it's a fast, snappy zoom. Use those when you're in a hurry to get to different parts of your set on production. But if you have a live image, you're going to want to zoom slower. This also controls the sensitivity for the joystick. So there is very, very slow. And then that's a little more fast and jerky. So let's go ahead and set it a little bit below mid to about 25%, and that should be good in most scenarios. Now next we have camera. So we can choose between camera A and B like we chose earlier. There's camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Let's go over how to do some presets. Let's do it on the PTC-140. Now to set a preset, so I like this shot here. This is just, a very simple portrait shot of me for hosting this video. We're going to go ahead and press the store button and then press 1. So now that's preset 1. Now let's zoom into Big Boy over my shoulder here for the next shot. We're going to go ahead and zoom in for him. All right, so there's our second shot. So let's go ahead and hit store and hit 2. Now let's recall 1, back to our portrait shot, and then let's recall 2. It's that easy. All right, now let's go back to camera A. Let's set this as our preset 1. And then let's just zoom in just a little bit to have a tighter close-up. There we go. And then let's go ahead and hit store 2. All right, so back to back to camera 2, preset 1, preset 2. All right, there's Big Boy. Back camera A, let's hit 1, go back. The app is very fast and it's very responsive. And you can also, lastly, you could go ahead and lock your settings. So if you accidentally touch your tablet, you don't move things around. All right, so that's all there is to the Datavideo PTZ View Assist app. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with all of our latest videos and the latest news from Datavideo. And don't forget to like us on all our social media. Thanks for watching.